for WordPress. I just wanted to get back into that and create another WordPress plugin. Not so much a widget, but a plugin that we can actually use a shortcode for and insert content into a page or a post. And what I'm thinking of is to create, I guess, a connector plugin to display products from another system and another database into our WordPress site. And what I'm going to use is the gaming place, which was a project that we did a few chapters back, which was a Code Igniter application, which was a very small gaming e-commerce site. And what I want to do is build a plugin to allow us to output the games or the products that are being sold into a page on our WordPress site. So essentially what it will do is allow us to type in the database parameters in the back end of the gaming place site and have it fetch from the gaming place database the game title, description, price, and then also put a buy now button where it will take us to the gaming place to that specific game. Now I'm just using the gaming place in this project, but you could of course make this, you can make, I guess, a connector plugin for something like Magento or OS Commerce or some other kind of shopping cart site. So let's go ahead and actually let me pull up the gaming place just so we know what we're working with here. Alright, so basically I want these products to be displayed in our WordPress site. Alright, so we're going to create the plugin. This is the root of my WordPress site, of the new tech site. And I'm going to go to WP Content and then Plugins. And you can see we have our contact widget here that we created. Let's go ahead and create a new folder. And I'm going to call it the gaming place. And then in here, we're going to create our main PHP file, which is also going to be called the gaming place .php. Alright, so to create a WordPress plugin, we need to have a comment block up here. Okay, so we're going to say PHP, and then we want to do plugin name, and the plugin name I'm just going to put and let's see, description, a bridge. I said a connector earlier. I guess it is more like a bridge. I guess that's a better word for it. A bridge plugin for the gaming place store products. Author, feel free to put your name, and let's do version. Okay, so that should actually be enough for us to see the plugin in the back end and enable it. So let's save that, and we're going to go ahead and log into our WordPress admin. Okay, so if we go to plugins, you can see that we have the gaming place plugin, and we just want to activate it. Alright, so nothing's going to happen right now. We just created I guess a blank slate for the plugin. Now in our last WordPress plugin, it was a widget, so we could access it from inside Appearance, Widgets, and you can still see it's right here. This is not going to be a widget. This is going to be just a straight plugin. So we need a way to access it, And the way that I want to be able to access it is through settings. So I want to go to settings and then have an option for the Gaming Place plugin for us to configure the database fields, how many products we want to show, things like that. So to do that, we need to use a WordPress hook, an action hook specifically. Now, to create an action hook, we want to use the add action function. Alright, so we would say add action, and then we'd take one of the WordPress action hooks and put it here, and then we'd put a function name here. You could actually just put the code right in here, but it's better to pass a function in. And WordPress has many actions. If you go to the documentation, you'll be able to see that. Actually, let's do that because it's a valuable web page when it comes to plugin development. So say WordPress action hooks. Okay, so this API action reference and tells you basically what a hook is, and then these are all the hooks that are available. You can see there's a bunch of them. The one that we want to focus on is admin menu, if I can find it. Which is right here, admin menu. So here's the page for it. This is actually what I just showed you. We have add action, then we have the name of the hook, and then the name of the function we want to call. So this action is used to add extra submenus and menu options to the admin panel's menu structure. It runs after the basic admin panel menu structure is in place. Alright, so let's go ahead and go back, and we want to specify that we want to use admin menu, and then the function that we want to run is going to be tgp underscore admin actions. Alright, so now we need to create that function. So I'm going to say, let's see, add settings menu item. So we'll say function tgp admin actions, and let's see, we're gonna call the add options page function, and this will add our menu item to the settings menu. And there's a few parameters. It has the page title, the menu title, the menu slug, and then a function. So let's do tgp product display, and we'll do the same thing for the menu title. Okay, and then we want to pass in a 1 for the capability value, and then tgp underscore product underscore display, which is the menu slug, because you can't have spaces, so we're just going to use underscores. And then we want the name of the function that is going to handle the admin options, which is going to be called just tgp underscore admin. Alright, so I'm not sure if, let's save that. I'm not sure if that'll show up yet. So settings, and you can see now we have a tgp product display option. Alright, if I click that, we're going to get an error because we haven't created the actual tgp admin function yet. So let's go ahead and create that. So for right now, let's just make sure that this works. So I'm just going to say echo, this is the menu item, and save. And if we go back to that page and reload, we get our text. All right, so we've successfully added it to the menu. We have our page. Now we just got to work on creating the form for our options for this plugin, and we will